back, everyone, to 3rd Street Reactions. I'm Zakk.
I'm Shay.
We're back with Gravityfalls. And it's the episode after Dungeons.
The Manchurian Candidate.
The Stanchurian Candidate.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm having trouble keeping up. I don't remember which one this is. Don't remember the number. I just know it's season 2, because there's only 2 seasons. So you remember what happened in the Stanchurian Candidate. I know we launched our mayoral race.
Yeah, and I did make that live today. So, I haven't checked. You know what? After this episode, I will go out there and get a signal and see if anyone said anything.
It never happened.
I know you'll have the satisfaction of winning.
I don't know.
And that's okay. Who wants a fucking drunk to be the mayor? I guess it'd be entertaining.
I don't know if they think that way. Or they know,
The last episode, Stanchurian Candidate, what'd you think?
It was really good. It was funny. And we had Little Dipper, Little Gideon come back. Yeah. He was controlling his dad, Buddy Gleeful, from his jail cell. Mm-hmm. The plot was for his dad to become mayor, and when he became mayor, he could basically do a presidential pardon to his son in jail. And I imagine that obviously wouldn't affect his ratings and his popularity at all. But there's only like 50 people in the town, so.
Well, they're all fairly ignorant because of the Society of the Blind Eye and all that shit. So kind of just taking it out of that town.
Yeah. The big thing about it, though, is in the end, Stanford entrusted Dipper to a secret, which is basically he tore down
the rift in the universe.
Yeah, there's a rift, and he tore down the portal.
Yeah,
which is nothing was secret, I don't think. But there is a rift from leftover energy from what Stan did. I don't think Dipper's going to be able to hold that secret because obviously it wouldn't be interesting if it was.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Are you positive?
I'm not positive to bet on it. Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Let's roll.
All right. Oh my god, wrong one. Can you do a voice? I need that. Have some of this banana bread.
Alright. We're going to start with Gravityfalls Season 2, Episode 15. And we are starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Laugh. Show yourself!
That's Star Wars.
Reminds you of it, doesn't it?
Well. You think shutting down that portal can stop what I have planned? I've been making deals, chatting with old friends, preparing for the big day. You can't keep that rift safe forever. You'll slip up, and when you do...
Get out of here! You have no dominion in our world!
Maybe not right now, but things change, Stanford Pines. Things
Jeez, that art was really...
Yeah, intense.
Yeah.
I have to warn them. He's coming.
Oh no!
No!
Necronomiconopoly.
Don't wake Stalin.
All right, Santiago.
Aww.
You have 24 hours to get...
Oh, that's from the last episode. He smuggles,
bugs.
Yeah.
No te preocupas. Vamos.
Are you going to tell us we're finally of age to go to wizard school? Is there an owl in this bag?
No! I can assure you if there's an owl in this bag, he's long dead. Now tell me, children.
Hedwig.
Do either of you recognize this symbol?
Hedwig.
He's been terrorizing us all summer. I have so many questions and theories.
Dipper's been pretty paranoid since Bill turned him into a living sock puppet.
The fact that you dealt with Bill is gravely serious. And if he pulls off his plans, no one in this family will be safe. There should be a way to shield us from his mental tricks. A way to Bill-proof the shack. All I have to do is place moonstones here, and here.
Oh, I know what this episode is now.
Unicorn hair.
That's not, like, rare, is it?
And their hairs can only be obtained by a pure, good-hearted person who goes on a magical quest to find them.
Unicorn shirt or sweater.
I'm probably the most pure of heart person in this room.
That's true. She has a point.
I can't argue there.
And this.
Ooh.
I haven't been in this dimension for a while. It's okay to give children weapons, right?
Come on, dog.
It's the cops! Got it!
I've dealt with unicorns before, and if I had to describe them in one word, it would be frustrating.
So, what are we gonna do?
We're gonna have to bill-proof our minds.
I stopped believing in unicorns when I was like 5 years old. Who's coming along to keep you kids from walking into a bear trap?
Stop! It says to summon the unicorn, one must bellow this ancient chant, droned only by the deepest voiced druids of old.
On it!
I was thinking, who do they have? Like,
I bet you $10 nothing happens.
I'll take that bet.
look like My Little Pony.
No way.
Didn't shake on it. What was that thing?
The goddamn satyr.
Visitors to my realm of enchantment.
What's your name?
What? You? A unicorn can see deep inside your heart, child.
Ugh.
And you have done wrong. Wrong, I say.
I guess I do make fun of Dipper a lot. And I did just shatter a window with a crossbow.
Your bad deeds make me cry.
No!
Come back when you're pure of heart.
Hey, Mabel, don't let her get to you.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust a horse that wears makeup.
No, girls. She's right. Well, today we're gonna fix it. From this moment forth, I'm gonna do so many good deeds, I'll have the purest heart in Gravityfalls! that bird is fine.
So what is Bill exactly?
No one knows for sure. Accounts differ of his true motivations and origins. I know he's older than our galaxy and far more twisted. Without a physical form, he can only project himself into our thoughts through the mindscape.
So how do we keep Bill out of our minds?
Well, there's a number of ways. I personally had a metal plate installed in my head.
Good one.
Say hello to your thoughts.
Oh man, I can't believe I'm with the author. Might fly down with me.
Bathing suit, man.
Hey, you never told me what your history with Bill was.
Dipper, do you trust me?
Well, yeah, but...
Then you'll trust that that's not important. Now, focus. It's time to...
He just gives up. Put his Wash Seuss was on there.
That unicorn scanned my heart.
It's funny that you caught that.
Yeah,
I've never seen
it
that.
was kind of in the. It was kind of in the
I've
middle.
never seen that fucking thing on this list.
What? How is that even possible? Mabel's a straight up saint, you judgmental hoofbag.
Please, tell me what I'm doing wrong.
Doing good deeds to make yourself look better isn't good at all. Not to mention you're crushing like 10 dandelions right now.
This
Those are
unicorn's a
basically children's
bitch.
dreams. I'm sorry, Mabel. It's not my fault you're a bad person.
God.
Mabel, wait! Come back!
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a 3 o'clock posing in front of a rainbow.
Too goofy looking.
Come on, don't beat yourself up over this. We tried getting that hair the good way. Now it's time we try the Wendy way.
Are you suggesting violence?
It's time we stop trying to be so perfect and be who we really are. We're crazed, angry, sweaty animals. We're not unicorns, we're women! And we take what we want! I'm looking for someone who knows how to take down a unicorn. No tricks or games. We are human.
We take what we want.
Yeah! Fairy dust.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna make a.
Magic bag's enough to put a unicorn out cold. But if I do you a favor, you gotta do something for me. Butterfly trafficking is illegal in this part of the forest. But I like butterflies. They tickle my face and make me laugh. Bring me a bag of butterflies. Where do you get this stuff? Everyone likes sausage, but no one likes to know how it's made. You disgust me. You've got your poison, I've got mine. We made a deal. Yeah, well, the deal is up! Freeze! You're under arrest! Get down! Get down! These butterflies aren't mine. I swear, I've been framed.
Tell it to the adorable owl we've dressed as a judge.
Sleep now.
Sleep now. Sleep.
What? Doth mine eyes deceive me?
Oh, Lord.
You shall never be pure of heart.
Kid, unicorns can't see into your heart. All our dumb horns can do is glow, point towards the nearest rainbow, and play rave music.
We keep it to ourselves just to tick humans off. What are you gonna do about it? Huh? Huh? What are you gonna do?
Cunt.
Rainbow blood.
Join the dark side!
Yeah.
He's going to tell you eventually. The more you know about Bill, the more you can help.
Man, I am really good at rationalizing.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
And it's a deal. From now until the end of time.
Just let me into your mind, Stanford.
Please, call me a friend. You shouldn't have done that.
What the shit?
Why were you
Breathing
shaking
now.
hands with Bill? You said...
Oh, let go of me!
It's so big.
Calm down. Calm down. Look into my eyes. Look at my pupils. It's me, Dipper. It's me. The reason I've been trying to prepare you for Bill's tricks is because Bill tricked me. I had hit a roadblock in my investigation of Gravityfalls. Until I found some mysterious writing in a cave. Ancient incantations about a being with answers. It warned me not to read them, but I was desperate.
Hiya, smart guy. Smart guy. Smart guy.
Yeah.
Whoa, don't have a heart attack. You're not 92 yet.
Who are you? He told me he was a muse, that he chose one brilliant mind a century to inspire. What a fool I was. Blinded by his flattery and games. Where does that portal really lead?
Looks like Mr. Brainiac finally got smart. Let's just say that when that portal finishes charging up, your dimension is gonna learn how to party. Right, guys?
No, I'll stop you. I'll shut it down! I'd been betrayed. I shut the portal down, severing the link between Bill's world and ours.
I'm so embarrassed about
We call
earlier.
her a beer.
Yeah.
With this unicorn hair, we'll be able to completely shield the shack from Bill's mind-reading tricks.
Is it okay?
Better than okay. It's perfect. You've protected your family. You're a good person, Mabel.
Thanks, Grunkle Ford. But today I learned that morality is relative.
Money!
We need Dean and Sam to come in here.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's one of the coolest things about that fucking show. I think all that little lore. Yeah, it's so
Great. That was his reaction. Now he's gonna tell me what he thought about it.
Well, it's certainly a revelation. What was confusing to me is when Dipper was looking at Ford, his eyes were yellow at one point. Was that just like him projecting his vision onto reality? Because he just saw it and he's thinking...
Was it that, or the reflections around the room from the light?
He said, look into my eyes, but just... Obviously, the viewer was seeing his, Bill Cipher's eyes, if you ask me.
If I asked you, yes.
But I mean, I know we're seeing it through Dipper's eyes, so, and Dipper could be wrong, but I don't think it was all BS. Though that could be kind of too much.
Okay.
I mean, I could be wrong, but another question I'm confused about: Bill was here in our realm before, and he wasn't. I don't think he was in a dream. He was possessing people, and he was floating around talking to people. So he's already here, right? Like, he's here, but he's trying to unleash the apocalypse by opening the portal and letting all those guys...
He couldn't physically come there.
What?
He couldn't physically come there.
Isn't he...
A mindscape. That's what it said.
Okay. It's true form, right?
All right.
Okay.
First off, something I want to address.
Okay.
The idea in this episode was that Stanford had a mind plate. He had a plate.
Yeah.
Steel plate. Metal plate. Whatever. Installed in his head.
Yeah.
To keep Bill out.
Yeah.
Well, the beginning of the episode starts with...
His dream, where he's talking
his
to Bill.
dream with Bill.
Yeah.
So, you can say that's a plot hole. But he does address with Dipper the machine and the coding that he's putting Dipper through is safer
Yeah.
to do it that way.
Yeah.
But then, when Dipper tries to erase his mind because he thinks that Bill's in there, Stanford says, hey, my mind can't be erased, remember?
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's some technical details there as to why he can't erase his mind with the gun, but at the same time, it's not foolproof against Bill. Bill can still kind of seep in there in his dreams.
Yeah, maybe.
But at the same time, there's a more foolproof way.
Yeah, I also feel like once you confronted Bill in your dreams and you realize that he's a deceiver, you can't really be deceived again. It's like trying to fool someone with the same trick.
Well, it could be more like tormenting him.
Yeah.
Like causing him anxiety, stressing him out.
If it wasn't a plot hole, you could still say maybe it was just like, maybe he was having a bad dream.
Yeah.
I think he would have dreams like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His anxiety is getting to him about things. Something about Bill Cipher's design. What does it remind you of?
I don't really know.
Well, I spent some years in the Alex Jones phenomena.
Okay.
And all the ideas about the Illuminati.
Yeah, okay. Illuminati.
So the Illuminati, the pyramid.
Yeah.
That kind of shit.
Dollar bill and symbols on there.
Yeah.
These are unique. Why are they on there?
Well, I think it has to do a lot with Freemasonry.
Yeah.
And a lot of its imagery. Which is fine. I know a guy that's a Freemason.
Me too. And is that legit?
Well, I don't know. I'm not a Freemason myself. I wouldn't cut it because I'm too much of me. Yeah. But this guy I know at work, he's kind of a cutthroat. He's known to be a guy that's kind of a rat.
Okay.
I also have an uncle that's a Freemason.
All right.
And to my understanding is that Freemasonry has more to do practically with these guys that are part of a little social club.
Yeah.
Look out for one another. Got each other's backs. Help them around certain legal boundaries.
Okay.
Or obstacles.
All right.
So that's my understanding. But what do you think about Jumanji, the game, the little game they had in there?
Well, it was a fun little Easter egg. I mean, I love the movie Jumanji, and the second one with The Rock's pretty good. It's not
the woman was smoking in that.
Yeah, she's in the Marvel movies. You know that?
As who?
As the Gamora's sister, the blue.
Really?
Yeah, it's her.
I'll be goddamn.
She's also in Doctor Who. She was in there for multiple seasons as one of the Doctor's companions, and she's great.
This is the one you were telling me about?
No, mine was Clara.
This is a different one.
Yeah, the one that preceded. The one that came after redhead chick, who had a great story and a pretty great ending. She has her and her boyfriend, husband on there. They travel as companions with the Doctor for a long time, and eventually, of course, they rotate casts. They get a new Doctor and they get a new companion, and Clara is my favorite. But she's great.
You should be on that show when he's older.
What's that?
You know who should be on that show when he's older?
On Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Tell you yes, I'll give you 3.
Jack Nicholson.
One of my favorite, British actors.
Okay, so obviously someone alive.
Yeah. But I have a first thought, but then I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, well, there's a few others I can imagine in there too. But there's one that I think they'd just be in that kind of a series.
What's that?
Fucking Sean Bean.
I guess it'd be weird because I feel like he's a lot more serious.
I know. That's why he should be in there.
Well, I'll tell you what. The second most recent Doctor, Peter Capaldi, he is serious, and he is one of my favorite Doctors with the weakest story. So he's an intense.
Why is it always a trade-off? It's like the most beautiful women are fucking crazy.
You said
always a trade-off. I did say it. I'm okay with saying it. I'm slightly inebriated.
I don't know. I mean, there's trade-offs in life, That's why it's always
the hell of a thing.
When you find a gem, either in a partner or in any kind of relationship, a business relationship, a friendship. That's why they call it a gem.
Well, I'm certainly a trade-off, aren't I? I know you are.
Well, I get all this greatness, but I'm fat. Is that what it is?
I was thinking about that during the reaction. I'm thinking, I don't remember why. It was during the crossbow part. And I don't know what happened before that made me think of it. But it's like, You have your food. Oh, it's probably the goddamn banana bread that was falling all over the table.
Yeah.
Because like the beer that spilled, and I'm like sucking it up, and you're like dropping banana bread crumbs all over the table.
Yeah.
It's okay.
There's
stop giving you shit about being overweight because I don't know. You're much more enjoyable when I know that you're off your game a little bit.
Well, is it just because like?
I think it's because your personality has had to come to terms with your physical being
limitation. I'm like after Vader got all burnt, you know.
Exactly.
There was another game on there before Jumanji, Stalin or something.
No, it was like Don't Wake Stalin.
Is that?
I wrote Stalin down too.
Is that some kind of Don't Wake? I don't know. I feel like
I don't know if it's like Operation. What? I don't know. I'm not familiar.
Does he get up or something? As the timer goes off?
Actually, there was a game like that. Yeah. With Stalin, old smoking Joe,
yeah.
Uncle Joe. You know, people don't give Russia enough credit with its horrendous, bloodthirsty history. They always focus on history. Well, at the time,
they focus on the Germans.
Yeah, at the time, it's easy to do because Germany was the major aggressor.
Yeah.
And Stalin kind of swept in behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You know, we took out Hitler. We helped you take him out.
Yeah,
they did because they're the ones that invaded.
Stalin killed more people, and so did China.
Mao Zedong.
Yeah, he killed more people as well.
Unicorn Hair and Celestabel, Bethabel.
I just wrote Celestabel, and I didn't hear the rest. Yeah, she was a weird character. I didn't like her.
She's a fucking cunt. You're not as good as me, but
I wish she wasn't so goofy. I wish it was like
the whole idea was making fun of the outrageousness of
Yeah, I guess to me it would have been effective. It's like if she was this beautiful being, and then just there's like a deeper meaning behind someone who appears to have like this beautiful godliness. But you know, it was like an unrealistic thing. But when I was
cartoon, I mean, come on.
10 seconds into it, I was like, this chick sucks.
Yeah, so that was the idea.
Yeah,
that kids and little girls especially idealize unicorns. They love them.
Yeah,
and I don't want to defame that in any way. My youngest girl loves unicorns. I don't want to take that away from her.
Okay,
she's like my little Mabel, but at the same time,
yeah.
In this series, she's a bitch. I mean, straight
I didn't
up
like her, but the other two
bitch.
came and set it straight. But they teamed up with her to go against. What's one thing I want to talk about is they were able to beat up these unicorns. I think that'd be hard to do. You know how hard it is to beat up a horse?
Well, that's one thing I did write down.
You think you could beat up a horse?
No.
Not the guy.
I've seen my dad rock the world of younger, like colts and stuff. I mean, one struck him once, which is when they stand up on their hind legs and they strike you with their front hooves. And my dad fucking took it by the reins and grabbed it by the head and like rolled it over his shoulder onto the ground. And my dad's a pretty stout guy, so... And he doesn't put up with a lot of that shit. But when they get older, though, they're so much bigger.
My dad
was a deer.
No. There's another story where my dad was feeding the horses. One kicked a cow, like their biggest cow, and kicked a hole in his head.
I have to wonder sometimes if your dad's like Jeffrey Tambor and
Arrested Development.
They just tell these stories.
Well, no, my uncle has told the story too.
Okay.
So they're always saying, "Oh, we ran them horses. They'll kill you."
But it was like that in the deer story, where like, the deer jumped over the people when they were.
No, they jumped over my
and
dad's
they kicked the person in the head.
Prom date. When she was biking in the woods with her friends, and jumped over and kicked her in the head. Yeah.
Anyway, Stonehenge,
the
little where they came upon the odd place in the woods with the druids and stuff, and they found out that if you Grenda could get up there and sing the hymn, it would give them access to where the unicorns were.
Yeah.
Would you ever want to visit Stonehenge? Is that like a place that you ever wanted to visit?
I wouldn't be opposed to it. I think that'd be great. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Stonehenge?
Yeah.
I want to go to England just because it seems like they're just some merry old drunks over there. Like, I'd love to go to like the pubs in Ireland.
Yeah.
And the pubs in England and just hang out with a bunch of old guys like they have here. One other thing I wrote down was Wendy's shirt. Kind of reminded me of Fenris from the Norse mythology.
Yeah.
The wolf. Mm-hmm. You understand?
Yeah.
You understand?
Just a little bit from video games, but yeah.
Not unicorns. We're women.
Yeah.
We're sweaty and we're animals. How do you feel about women, Shane? Shane, you build things up and you're good at it, and I'm like you're Loki. Like tear things down. Like
yeah,
Thor.
but you remember why he tears them down, right?
I know. I suck. What do you want me to say?
Just say nothing then. In terms of that particular conversation, I thought it was interesting that they had this this moment, this empowered moment, and sometimes I think a show will make the mistake of a female lead possessing kind of like a traditional masculine characteristic to achieve a goal.
Yeah.
And it's like, so I guess to me, it's not as special as when we have something more creative than what I can certainly come up with in terms of a female accomplishing something.
Well, Wendy was raised by a very masculine man.
Yeah,
manly
so
Dan.
there's a story reason why
So
she's
it makes
like that.
sense why she is so fucking,
She's
the way
very-
she was. She's awesome. I'm just trying to.
I like
can't.
Wendy.
The words aren't coming to me.
She's very forward and very...
Yeah, and she's a very cool character.
She's very extroverted and stuff.
Yeah, and she's very strong character in this series.
I do like Wendy. I'm not knocking that character, but I just thought that moment where they're going to
Well,
fight these three unicorns.
She's not a Captain Marvel.
No, she's not. I'll tell you that.
She's
but,
better than Captain Marvel.
These 4 young girls fighting these 3 horses, there's no fucking way they would win.
No.
Interesting facts we learned about Bill. He's older than the galaxy. He's tricked many people, including a smart guy such as Ford. And he's trying to unleash. Like you figured, he would have already unleashed his apocalypse over here. I mean, just
he hasn't been able to.
All the times he's been,
But no one's been able to create the technology other than Stanford.
Okay.
To develop that. Now,
so why is it?
I made a note of that. Now, for one, starting at that, the portal, the mechanical design, you put 2 and 2 together there.
Yeah.
You realize how it looks compared to Bill.
Yeah, it looks like him.
Yeah.
He's a triangle.
Yeah.
And yeah.
You also realize, did you notice that Fiddleford and Stanford have similar names?
Okay. Stanford and Fiddleford. Yeah, I guess you're right. But I don't... I think of him as McGucket. I forgot his name was Fiddleford.
Yeah, so it's, I just caught that in this episode. It really stood out to me.
I guess to me, of course, I'm thinking of like supernatural stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird that like this demon thing from another dimension would require something that's older than time, would require some kind of technological achievement to be able to get over into this. You figure it'd be some kind of incantation, it'd be some kind of fucking the Winchesters making some kind of...
Well, it's, Fiddleford addressed it in this episode. I'm sorry, Stanford addressed it in this episode.
Yeah.
He said that he has limitations. He can only cross over in the mindscape.
Yeah, but that's the thing they make, right?
Well, it's kind of like the bridge between our worlds.
Okay.
And that's the only access he has, so he needs a physical access. So he needs someone to open up those dimensions.
Okay.
So extra dimensional technology is required.
Okay.
So he had to bide his time.
So I'm just wondering what his dimension is like. I mean, it makes
Well,
me feel like it's a... to me, it makes it feel like he's kind of like what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
He's like Lucifer, but he's
Can't
not.
read your mind.
It's a metaphor. It's like he's a metaphor for Lucifer. He's stuck over in hell, and he wants to unleash hell on earth, and type thing. Also, and I'm just wondering, and I love always when you have characters and time and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. He says, "You look like you had a heart attack. You're not 92 yet." Is it can he see into the future? Can he see that? He had 2 things that he said that made me think he could see in the future. I only wrote down 1. He says, "You're not 92 yet." Is it like because he knows he's going to die at 92? Is it like the fucking witch from Big Fish? You look in her eye? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you have to think, too, like he's a very sarcastic character.
Okay.
So he could be just saying, hey, you're not an old man. You're
Yeah.
not old enough.
Well, that's
to
what I
have a
kind
heart
of thought, but I
attack.
was maybe trying to pull.
That's how I took it, and
Okay.
you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
I'll give that spoiler away. Forward does not die from a heart attack.
Okay. But he dies.
I'm not saying.
Okay. I know that laugh. I mean, the first thing I thought of was Star Wars.
Yeah. Jabba.
So, mhm.
Muses.
Yeah.
He talks about Bill Cipher being a muse. Like Bill Cipher claimed to be a muse.
Yeah.
I mean, have you any experience of muses?
Yeah, I certainly do. When I'm young, I always felt like I would have, like, particularly when it comes to art, inspiration, is usually like a woman, while I was...
It is, especially...
Who's kind of like the center of, normally, like, it's a negative feeling, like despair or something like that, but it's really inspirational.
It's the damnedest thing, women. They just have a way of clouding your judgment and...
It can happen.
Inspiring you in ways that are very creative, but also very self-destructive.
I feel like I've had some of my finest moments creatively and motivationally when I've been inspired by a woman, good or bad. Yeah, I mean,
they do. It's
you
just
gotta think of all the great pieces of art, think of all the great songs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, you think of like the songs of old. Think of Song of Songs.
The Iliad.
Song of Songs.
Yeah, and the Song of Songs, the Iliad.
Yeah.
You know, over Helen.
Yeah, and you gotta think about most of the time the probably the men of privilege at the time who had an education were the ones writing it, and their hearts were broken. It's interesting. Yeah.
It's a hell of a thing. Morality is relative. They talk about this.
I don't believe that.
Do you know it?
No.
It's interesting.
I mean, if it was, it'd be kind of meaningless. It'd be just something that we evolved as a species for the good of the herd, and there's no right, there's no wrong, there is no good, there is no evil.
It makes me think that, like
murder isn't wrong.
The way people wage war is very relative, and the reasons why.
Yeah.
It makes me think, morality and a lot of cultures.
I guess objective morality. That's what I mean, right?
Well, you got a few basic rules. Like there's 5 basic rules that everyone shares.
No, the idea that something is objectively wrong, and it usually means it's something outside of our understanding, who sets a standard, like a higher power. It's like evil, like there is evil, there is good. I think
you look into the looking glass.
Yeah.
You got to be honest about, how it's all progressed and how it's changed, why it's changed, who changed it, and when they changed it. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
It's kind of a farce.
You got to say, why do you believe what you believe, and can you trust why you believe that, and how far does it go back?
Yeah.
So that's
something
I constantly think about.
All right, fair enough. The only other note I have is that you're talking about supernatural, and you're talking about the lore that goes behind.
Love that show.
Why they do what they do. Really reminded me of Hellboy. It goes into those little details, like these little funky little aspects of a lot of folklore around the world.
Yeah.
And it brings it all home. So
I need to check some of that stuff out. I mean, I watched the first movie years and years ago.
Don't watch the movie, read the fucking comics. If you're going to read the fucking comics, read the first, the Magnolia years where he wrote and drew it. Okay. After that, you don't have to.
I don't got any other notes, but we're getting deeper here. So, guys, hope you enjoy. That's it.
All right, thank you for tuning in. If you liked his reaction and my rewatch, and that wasn't really a rediscovery, I've watched this a lot with my kids and with this man now. Tune in, like, subscribe, comment, Instagram, Twitter. If you like what you see here, tell us how to make it better. If you don't like it, you can tell us why it sucks.
Get out of here!